Hi guys, wanted to show you how my station is progressing. I started the new feature that I talked about in my last video about the destination selection. As you can see, I've expanded a little bit the look of the station. I thought I was gonna get away with only adding a few more blocks on this side, but I always underestimate how much space it takes to wire something. Basically, let me explain a little bit what I'm doing, and I'll show you the in progress. Nothing's working right now, but I can show you a little bit how it's going to work. Hopefully I have some buttons here. No, here, let me just grab some buttons and I'll show you. Alright, so there's going to be buttons here, 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 and here. And then there's signs on top for each destination. I got this idea from the Minecraft Transit Authority thread on the forum. There's some good ideas in there. As you can see, I've also removed the stairs that were going down to my control room over here, and I moved them here instead. So you go down this way now. And so behind this wall there's a lot of wiring. These red torches, basically once you press the button, they will get lit, and then all the other ones will turn off. And that will allow you to select your destination. I'll go show you a little bit behind the wall how the wiring's done. Just not much to that part. So basically here, behind the wall here, there's the buttons, and up top here is the torches, and you can see this is the lighting for the torch. So they run parallel to each other, the torch one and the button one, and one on top of the other. Oops, fell down my ladder here. And that's about it for that wiring. That's all done. Now down here, this is basically my station here. My station's there, and these are my new steps, my new stairs to come down here. The old ones used to be right here. Alright, so down here can get quite complicated. Here I have a couple test switches just to allow me to test without going back up. And this wire here is the wire for the button, and the one above here is the one for the light. So basically once I'm done testing this stuff, I'll add a block here and I'll connect the wiring, and then we'll see it work. Now I've got this separated into two rooms. I've got the upper room here. I'll explain what that's going to be later, and then I've got this lower room. So I've got the inputs for all my 4 buttons coming down to the lower room. And what this room is doing is it's combining the signal for all 4 of the buttons, of the would-be buttons. Right now it's switches, like you see this one's on because the switch is on. You can turn it off, and I'll show you in a bit how it all works. I just noticed something. Here we go. Now everything's turned off. All the buttons are turned off. So here, the first part here, what I do is I combine the signals. So those 4 signals, I combine them into a binary digit of 2 bits, basically. The output will be then fed into 2 RS NOR gates. These are 2 RS NOR gates here. This is one, and the other one is on the other side. They use a different design than the ones that I've used in the past. You can find them on the wiki. But basically the reason I'm using the different design is because for this RS NOR design, the inputs are on the same side and the outputs are also on the same side. So it allows me to have this more streamlined circuit here. And then the same thing on this side. So I can show you how that works a little bit here. Alright, so this is my basically this is my binary number 1 1, so 3 really in decimal. This is my binary number 2, binary number 1, and binary number 0. So when this one gets flicked, so when the button is pressed, that basically turning the switch on and off simulates the button being pressed, everything is going to turn off. So here's the outputs. This is one of the outputs here, and the other output is there. So right now, as you can see, I have this to 0 and this at 0. So if I go back up and switch this one, the one on the left here is my most significant bit, and the one on the right is the least significant bit. So right now, this one is set to 1, and that one is set to 0, which means this is decimal number 1. Of course, if I turn that off, that's going to stay, like you can see, that's still on, and that's off. And again, if I simulate here, so now this one turned on, and this one is off. So my most significant digit is set to 1, and then the least significant digit is set to 0, which is binary 2. And then the last one, now they're both set to on. So what do I do with that? Basically, what that gives me is just a memory of which destination is selected. Then, up here, this room isn't finished yet, but this is the plan here. So these are the indicator light wires here. So when one of the destination is selected, I need to light the torch that's right above it. And what this room will contain, here, let me just show you a little bit, but right underneath this floor here, somewhere, yes, is my signal. That's my signal. That's my output signals. How do I get back there easily? Not like that. And now I'm stuck! Alright, let me just move back to the top here. Alright. So as you can see, my signal is here, right there. See if I can re-add that block. No. Anyways, no big deal. But I have the least significant digit is running right underneath here, and the most significant digit is running right here. So the plan here is that up here I'll combine these two digits to set each of these branches here. And basically I'll use some AND gates and probably some NAND gates, as well as some inverters to set which one was selected. And what you see already in this room is me splitting the signal into two. So one of them is going to go up to the indicator light, and the other one is running in perpendicular here. So each one of these signals has a perpendicular track, and this one is going to go down here. And this is going to be a tunnel that will reach a track switching mechanism. So that's about it. I'm still in progress of doing this. I think I need a lot more room in here, so I'm going to make this wall go way farther, and to fit a whole bunch of AND gates in here. And once I have that done, all I need to do is wire the tracks, and should be done. Alright, I gotta go, I guess. See you guys.